Good morning, YouTube. Good Monday morning to everybody out on Twitter as well. It's your buddy Chop It On coming at you another episode of Chop Talk, brought to you by the one, the only DFSArmy.com, MMA to PGA. We've got you covered from NFL to NBA. Content, tools, coaching to make you a better DFS player every single day. See how I'm starting to string those together into a little rhyme time? Bottom line is head down into the comments section, click the link, become a VIP today, use coupon code CHOP, C-H-O-P. Trigger that 10% discount off and become a member. Don't wait. Here's why. I need your help. Okay? I have been running, if you haven't been following along, I've been running a November sweeps all month long. We've got 4 days left. And I'm giving away 2 memberships for December. I don't care if you're already a member. I don't care if you're brand new. So don't sit around and wait on the fence for me to maybe draw your name. Get in here now. I'll refund it. I'll refund your month. Whatever pay level you're on. If you've been here for years and your grandfathered in at $20 a month, which we have people that are, people that got in real early, took a leap of faith real early, their prices have never gone up. They ain't going nowhere. Those of you that are jumping in now at $40 and $50 a month, great, because I'm telling you, as we keep adding staff and we keep adding more, our prices will continue to go up because we're still the best damn value in the DFS industry, period, hands down. We win, we coach, we make you a better player. I am as transparent a coach as it comes. If it comes in my ear, it's going to come out my mouth. I promise you that. And I'm now interested in giving back to the community as we continue to grow. I want to kick this thing up to 3 giveaways a month, 5, 10, 20, 50 if I can build it that way. Look, I've got a business model in my head. As I unlock more and more and more potential and ROI for myself, I'm going to start giving back to you. It's that simple. But I need your help doing it. Follow me out on Twitter. Retweet the tweet. When I ask for a retweet, retweet it. I will take your name down if you follow me and if you retweeted it. And I don't care if you did it once or you did it 8 times this month. Your name goes on that list every single time you retweet me as a thank you. And you get more chances to win the free month in December. Keep doing it. It costs you nothing. Okay? Other than if you want to become a member of DFS Army, and then, of course, you just get everything that we offer from the tools and the coaching and everything. But the bottom line is the more you retweet me, the more I'm going to unlock more memberships, and the more people sign up, the more people become VIPs, the more I'm going to give back, and the more people I'm going to help become members inside DFS Army, because that's just what I'm going to do. December is the month for giving, and we're going to hopefully give away a lot. But you got to help me do it. So follow that pinned tweet, retweet it. Not this one. This one's coming down in a little bit. We're going to put the new one up. But I wanted to walk through this week instead of a weekly recap. I wanted to walk through this week and show you the winners. This just happened yesterday. Saturday maybe. Our own coach, Luce Meister in the NBA, triggered a $70,000 win in streaks for NBA. We don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk. I'm going to show you that this number right here is our DraftKings head-to-head winning percentage, our Fanduel head-to-head winning percentage. Why am I showing you that? Because this is not just like some optimal lineup that goes out. This is our player pool as a whole. Our coaches suggest players. Our projections identify players. If you follow me with the NBA system and the and-one rating system, that's part of this. I'm taking our player pool, I'm running them through basically conglomerating our picks, checking for accuracy, testing for accuracy. And what I'm showing you is that the scores that get spit out, not in one lineup, but across several lineups, and then average those scores. And what we're finding is that we're winning head-to-heads at about a 65% clip in our player pool, not just our lineup, our player pool, and 72% on FanDuel. This is phenomenal. I'm proving to you our projections work. If you followed the third-party article that was released a couple of weeks ago, we were number 1 in NFL picks. We were number 2 in NBA picks. We're the only website on there, the only content site on there that was 1 or 2 on both lists. We work, okay? That's what we do. We are accurate and we win. Our wall of wins is getting ridiculous. $300,000 winners alone this NFL season. You just don't get your chances of winning here are better than anywhere else. If I look here, what do we got? $50, right? Good for you. Winners of all sizes. I'm a small bankroll player. I don't play for big money. I don't care. I have too much time, dropping all of our marketing content and coaching my own guys in our own room and helping cover the other sports and stuff, man. I don't have time to play for huge money, put a ton of money at risk. I love playing, but I'm a little bit of a smaller baller, and that helps me relate to you better anyway as a beginner, as somebody who's looking to get better, because my finger's right dead on the pulse of the DFS industry. I know where it's going. I know the trends. I know what's happening. I've got years under my belt, and I've also got access. I'm good friends with most of the guys on our website. In fact, most of them answer to me when it comes to content. So I can usually solicit help if you need help that I can't give you. I'm a big mastermind theory guy. I don't need to know everything. I just need to know where to go. All right, so $2,000 winner here out of $5. Not a bad return on investment. $700 here. $75. 51 into 435. I mean, that's a pretty modest return for what you've just been seeing, but damn, that's still great. Longtime member Arky, you can't see his name, but I know the guy very well. $2,000 winner here out of Ziggy, right? Look at this. Ziggy also popped the $100,000 win last night. Last night, Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. I'm telling you, you got to help me help you guys. I can help you get better at DFS if you help me spread the word. Multi-entry, we do that too. $15,000 winner. There's the lineup he shows you right there. APAC. APAC just joined on Tuesday, just so you know. There's Ziggy's winner, $100,000 winner, right? Large part of it. Kenyon Drake, Ebron, Schuster, Sanders, Brown, Ravens, right? Lamar Jackson, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, right? Here's what I'm going to show you. Lamar Jackson, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, John Brown, interesting. Only 3 points. He still got a 200 score. Damn. So don't let them fool you when they say you got to nut every pick. You don't got to nut every pick. You got to get most of them right, though. But that's a very, very nice lineup. Ran on a Baltimore stack, which is a little bit gutsy, man. So essentially, I wanted to show you that those names, if you followed those names, largely came off of Geek's player list pick. Okay, let's go over to Fanduel. Since I just showed you the Fanduel lineup, there's Lamar Jackson, there's Saquon, Christian McCaffrey. Scroll on down here a little bit. I don't think John Brown was on that list, but I saw TY on a winner, on a big winner. These guys, you know, I mean, DJ Moore. I saw one earlier today. I had Curtis Samuel on it. Curtis Samuel's not on this list. Ertz is on this list. There's my pick in Kittle. Woohoo! And I'll show you a little bit of coaching here in a second. There's Baltimore Ravens defense. This sheet here has produced two $100,000 winners in back-to-back weeks where only one name was not on this list. Only one. We're going to provide you a shortened player pool in a lot of cases after the week's research has come down. And Geek is going to explain to you the picks. He's going to teach you why he likes certain players over other players. This isn't just, here's my quarterback, here's my lineup, go run it. This is, here's the list of who I like the best. Take your pick. Make it fit yourself. Build your own lineup. But I'm going to cut your player pool down for you to who I like the most, who I like second most, who I like in all formats, who I like in GPPs only. And yeah, it's a sizable list, but it is nothing compared to the overall player pools. Lots of verbiage explaining to you numbers and statistics and game theory in some cases and why these picks make sense. Our founder, Geek here, Football Geek, is a ranked Roto Grinders player in MMA and NFL. And he's pretty damn good at NBA, even though he doesn't follow the sport. But that's not all. Let me dive in here and show you something that I tend to do with people a lot. So what I use for a ladder. Can you tell me what I did right and what I did wrong? I'm lost. Poor Pizzle here has been struggling lately, and that's fine. I don't care. Guy's been a long-time member. I will help this guy until the day I die. I am a loyal guy too. This guy's loyal to us. I'll be loyal to him. I will dig in and help him until the day I die. But I looked at his lineup, and these are all players that were on my own list. They were in my player pool. A lot of them are on Geek's list over here. They were on my player pool. So did he do anything wrong? No. However, there are some areas where he maybe picked players that are slightly below other players. I mean, let's get this right out in the open. My lineup didn't cash this week either. I made some foolish mistakes. But I explained to him why. I loved my lineup, and I'll explain to you how this thing morphs. But Winston, fine. Mac, fine. Breda, I liked Connor more, shows what I know. You know, Breda had a good day. Connor didn't have such a good day. OBJ, don't trust him. Don't trust Eli. It's too high of a price for me for that kind of dependency on Eli Manning. He might have a solid game, but his upside probably is gone because Eli can't deliver anymore. Landry, same thing. I'm relying on Baker Mayfield. Baker had a hell of a day. Landry didn't do too much, but he's not being used like he was in Miami either. I mean, it's week 12, week 13. Have we not figured that out yet? He's still a little bit overpriced for what he does. He's not getting any end zone. He should, I hear this all the time, positive touchdown regression. Okay, I'll use that term too. But here's what I know. They're not using him like they used to in Miami. So that touchdown regression might be bullshit. Might just be smoke and mirrors. You're expecting the Miami player to be used like you did in Cleveland. That ain't going to happen. He's being used differently. John Brown, Kenny Golladay at the price points. You know, Brown earlier in the season, Kenny Golladay now that Tate left, at the price points, likely better, safer, more upside than Landry. Boyd, fine. He was on my list. Again, same price range as these guys. Brait, I pivoted off him, used Kittle. Again, shows what I know. Antonio Brown. Again, I'm depending on Big Ben in altitude in Denver with a tougher pass defense and his road splits. No thanks. Not at that price. He's on my list because Antonio Brown can blow up at any given time. But his floor is probably there. He probably had an okay game for the price, but he's not going to blow up and touch his ceiling very often. And I want players that are going to do both, that have a very, very good shot at hit, that have a damn near impossible shot at tanking my lineup, but have a very, very good shot at testing their ceiling too. And Antonio Brown was not that guy last week. Not in that scenario. On the late slate when you had limited options, yes. On the main slate when you had all of those other options, no. It wasn't going to be the case. So I'm going to dig in. I'm going to just explain. When you ask for it, I'm going to explain myself. And when I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. I'll tell you I don't know shit. When it comes to picking Connor. Connor was supposed to get the usage. Should have been a great pick in Denver. We saw Denver get trashed. They're not a bad run defense, but they've been trashed a couple of times, even by the Jets. So the potential was there for Connor. The usage was there. If Ben's road splits are bad and he's throwing the ball all over the place and not throwing it as much, they're handing off, throwing screens and checkdowns, Connor's going to get used. And Connor's going to get used into an offense that he can blow up for 2 touchdowns and 120 yards and break a slate. The potential was there. It didn't happen. Didn't pan out. Okay? But this is the kind of coaching that we do inside DFS Army constantly. This is why we help people get better. This is why our wall of wins is absolutely phenomenal right now, with $300,000 winners in NFL alone this year. What I'm going to show you again is a little bitty tip, and then we'll wrap up and head out of here. But I'm going to show you a little bit of a tip in breaking down contests. How to pick good contests. How to pick the types of contests that are going to be profitable in the long run. Because I've found a few here that I'm actually switching towards. The base of what I do, if I did this video already, I think I might have on Friday. I apologize for repeating myself, but it's very, very, very important. We go into the 100-player leagues. 100-player league is my base, okay? And I'm going to show you why. Granted, only the top 12 get paid, but you can beat 100 people. If you make a lineup that beats 99% of the world, you have a shot at winning this. What, 1 out of 100? So a top 1% lineup across the industry has a shot at winning this league, right? That's just math. 25 times your money. You're not going to beat that anywhere for a 1% lineup, and I'll show it to you. What I look for is the bottom line of the caching line. That's 12% here. Most GPPs offer about 20%. So people shy away from these leagues. But they don't realize if you layered your contests accordingly, you follow that ladder strategy down there just below this article in the DFS diary I'm getting ready to post. If you're finding me that way, scroll down a little more, find the ladder video. What you're going to find is that if you use 50-50s and triple ups and quintuple ups and 100-man leagues and stuff, you've already made a ton of money by the time you get to cashing the 100-man league because your lineup has already crossed those other barriers and unlocked different amounts of money. You don't care about this. This is all upside. It's the tippy top of your pyramid for a reason. Okay? So we're going to use it, but I'll even use these alone. They're 3-entry contests. I'll throw 10 lineups at them, enter 3 or 4 different ones, and just take out and try and get more than $10 out of what I put in. You know, I put in $10, try and make $12, try and make $25, whatever. All I have to do is win 1 out of 10 lineups. 10 shots to win 1, and I get 2.5 times my money back. And that's a good cash grind for anybody. They're a fun way to play. I coach people on these. Okay? They're a little bit riskier than the other, which gets me back to my own particular lineup. If you saw what I was saying here, right? What I noticed, I started taking chances on, I did Kittle over Brait. I knew Brait would be the chalk. I thought Kittle had a solid floor. I had Winston and Humphreys already. Didn't want to overextend myself with Brait or Mike Evans. Pivoted off of Mike Evans, went to Keenan Allen. Went away from Melvin Gordon, took a chance there. Went with Austin Eckler in my flex, thinking that the dude has a shot at producing on small touches like a Kamara does. Now, he's not Kamara, but he has a shot, and he's done it before on limited touches, and he could work himself into a role if either Gordon re-aggravates something and gets yanked or doesn't start to begin with. He was announced that he was going to start. I still went with Eckler anyway. He was cheap, and he had a good day. It worked out. But I had a couple of duds in there that limited my lineup, like Connor and whatever else. It just is what it is. But the more I realized I was taking some risk by doubling up on San Diego with Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler, Humphreys and Winston could get benched at halftime, whatever. That lineup was taking on too much risk for 50-50s because it was either going to be in the bottom 20% of the world or the top 20% of the world. And I didn't know which. I liked the lineup a lot. I knew that if it did well, it was going to do very, very well. So I slid my ladder allocation over from 50-50s and whatnot into some of the triple ups and quintuple ups and piled on more and more of those. Whatever my budget was, say $20, $30, whatever. Instead of putting 10 to 20 bucks on the 50-50s, I put that 10 or 20 bucks on triple ups and went all the way with it. And I bricked. I didn't hit anything. But that's okay. It wouldn't hit the 50-50s either. So it didn't really ultimately matter. If it did well, though, it was in GPPs too. It was going to smash, and it was going to return well beyond the 20 or 30 bucks I put on the lineup. It would have returned, hundreds of dollars. And that's the point. That's what we're trying to do. You just need to learn when to slide your scale to the left or to the right, to the cash side or to the GPP side. That's what the coaching helps you do. Looking at these different tournaments, though, we saw that 100-man. Let's dive into some actual tournaments, and let me show you. First of all, I know everybody likes to chase them, but are you really going to beat 119,000 people? Probably not. Are you really going to beat 2,000 people? Yes, you can. That's about as big as I go, though, that I believe is actually winnable. 20,000 people, you will not see me in this. I'm sorry, you won't. It's a lottery ticket. If I had my ladder 30 bucks, I may toss that last dollar into this just in case. But as a general rule, I don't teach people to chase these. Yes, 1,400 bucks is nice. But look, let's figure out first, what is it, $1,700 player pool. So a little less than 10% goes to the winner. That's fine. It's actually a good number. You want that to be your benchmark. 1,700 or more to first place, it's getting a little top heavy. It's still going to be very, very top heavy though. Second place, 1,700. Watch the money fall off. Boom. Top 10, you don't even get 100 bucks. You beat 20,138 people. Your lineup was so strong it beat that many people across the industry, and you don't even get 100 bucks. You ain't gonna make money like this unless you back it up with cash games. You're just not. So what do? You save these for the very, 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 very end of your daily budget and put that last little dollar on this just in case. But you surround yourself with a stronger foundation of bricks and mortar and whatever else underneath you of cash games and some multipliers and some leagues and stuff like that. And you're going to win those more often. So you put the bulk of your money there. Then you take the last little bits and take some chances with that. So what are we at? 20,000 people. So $17,000 player pool, prize pool, 1,400, 2,100, 2,600, 2,900. So $3,000 goes into the top 5. So 20%. 20% of the money is tied up in the top 5, not the top 50, the top 5 people. Very top heavy contest still. Not bad. The more we look around the league, this one isn't terrible. Again, less than 10% going to first place. That's actually a pretty balanced thing. 3,967 out of 20 whatever. All right, pull up my little calculator here. And what did I say? 3,967 divided by 20, 238. 19.6, not quite 20%. We want to see 20% or thereabouts. Some of them are 17 or 18%. Those are a little lighter on that side. Some of them are 22%. Now, I'm not into min cashing. I'm not playing this thing to min cash. I'm playing this thing to get deep into the money. But it sure does help when it's 19% versus 22%. That extra 3% does at least double my money. So if I build a good lineup but not a great lineup, I still get a little something. Now, what did I tell you about the 100-man leagues? Top 1% has a shot at winning them, right? Same thing, you know, top 50% is going to win 50-50s. Top third is going to win triple ups. Top 20% is going to win quintuple ups. Top 1% is going to win, top 10% is going to win a 10-man league. Top 5% is going to win a 20-man league. Top 1% is going to win a 100-man league. Those are the numbers that you just got to keep in your head. You got to be familiar with them. So where's the 1% line here? Move decimal place over 2 spots, right? Simple math. Being 202nd place. Where is 202nd place in this window right here? $9. Not bad. I look for 10x. That's generally what I'm looking to find. 10% go to the winner. 10x goes to the 1% mark, and 20% get paid. If I can find those parameters, it's a pretty good GPP by today's standards. So let's bounce around a little bit. This one was close. This one was good. Even though you're not going to beat 20,000 people, it's a pretty good GPP if you want to take a shot on it. Multi-entry one here, 900, 9,000. There's your 10%. What's your 1% barrier? 107. 107th right in here, $5. 5x. No thanks. I want 10x or better. See, this one's loaded up top. What did we say? Top 20% or so in that last one went to the top 5 places. Where's the top, say, 20% of the money going to go this time? So that's $1,800. There's 1,500, 1,900 right there, top 3. It's top heavy. Very top heavy. 2150 out of 10,714. 2150 divided by 10,714. 20% though. Okay. So it spreads out at the bottom. So you start to figure out where these things pay. More of that money comes off on the bottom here, but most of it, then there's the middle ground is going to really suck here, as evidenced by the 1% mark only paying you $5 instead of $10. That money's all being chewed up to go all the way up top. There's a lot of min cashing in this one. I mean, all the way up to 200th place. 200 people. If you produce a 200 top 200 lineup out of 10,000, what is that? 2% lineup. So you're going to build a top 2% lineup. That is $15 in a 100-man league. And you're only getting $3 for this. Would you rather have 15 or would you rather have 3? Would you rather beat 100 people? What's more reasonable? 100 people or 10,500 people? It just doesn't make sense. And that 2% is wrong. This is 0.02%. This is 0.2 or 0.02%. Because the 2% mark would be what? 200 play. Okay. 107th, 200 divided by 10,000 is 2%. All right. Yeah, all right. I'm getting myself confused here. These numbers sometimes can get a little bit tricky. It's what they do. So you got to study these things. You got to lean into them a little bit, right? Small SWAT. This one's not terrible, but watch this compared to the 100-man league. Same $25 goes to first place. Can you beat 100 people more often or 300 people more often? That alone tells you what you need to know. But this one does pay on the bottom a little better. Instead of top 12%, this one pays 20%. That's your trade-off. More min cashing here versus a lower prize to win. But you're going to beat 300 people quite a bit. You're going to beat 100 people quite a bit. A few times a season at least. You want to unlock a lot of money when you do. If I was beating 300 people, I'd want 40, 50 bucks. Not just 25. For 25, I can get a 100-man league and win it, theoretically, 3 times more often. See where I'm going with this? Break these contests down. Let's go up above the dollar mark a little bit. I'll show you some of these smaller ones. These are kind of fun. Here, let's look at this one. What, 11 entries, $100 to first place. There's your 10%, right? What, fourth place? 3.9. Fourth place is your 1% mark, $40 out of 3. That's just over 10x. Remember? That's what I said, 10x is about the 1% mark, so that's okay. 88 out of 396. 88 divided by 396, 22%. Not bad. Okay, so this is not a terrible GPP. The $3 multi-entry. Not a terrible one. If you want to play that one, I'd say go for it. Come down here a little more to the $4 one, this small shot. This one's kind of fun. 150 people, not much bigger than a 100-man league. 100 for what, $4? So there's your 25x. for 150 people, so not much worse, just a smidge worse, right? Not much worse. For what you gain down here in 30 people getting paid out of. Sorry guys, I clicked the wrong button over here. It cut the video off. Let's go back. Let's review just a little bit more. Out of this particular contest, 150 people paid, $100, 25x goes to top prize. That's about like a 100-man league, right? 1%, 1.5% get paid here, right? There you go. The top 1% is 1.4th place, so second place. That's what, 4, that's 15x. It's just structured like a 100-man league. Other than down here, we include a little bit more money for the min cashers. The min cashers pay 20%. Where'd I get that number again? 31 divided by 148. 20.9%, 21%. So not bad. That's what we're looking for. Okay? This is a very, very good contest, very, very winnable contest. You want to up your game from $1 to $2, whatever, win $100 for $4. You know, it's only a 4 max lineup entry, you know, 4 max format. Anyway, that's what I was trying to say. Come down here a little bit more. Here's another pretty good one, the small layup. It's multi-entry. It's probably only 2 or 3 entries. What's up, slow? Oh, Jesus. Come on, man. All right, first prize again. Out of what, 119 people, $5, $50 is only 10x. But that's going to show you it's much more spread down through the entire lineup. This is your bankroll builder. Very balanced, not top heavy at all. You get your 10% of the prize, but for it's only 10x your buy-in. 40, 30. See, it's not a big drop from 50 to 25 to 10 to whatever. It's very spread here at the top, and out of 118 people, you can win this thing, and you can win it often. 10% down here to 30th place, 30 out of 119 people. 25% get paid. Great contest for building a bankroll in GPPs. You don't need to take a ton of risk in a contest like this because you're going to beat 119 people fairly often. So you don't have to get super contrarian and really worry about, do I fade Russell Westbrook or whatever. Just build the best lineup you can. Don't worry so much about ownership, and on good nights you will win big money. You know, 8, 9, 10x, and you'll do it fairly frequently. And this will teach you fundamentally how to attack GPPs. It's a good training ground. Really good training ground. So if I close out of this guy, go back to the lobby where I should have been to begin with. Scroll down in the tournament section, back down to the $5 entries where we were, right? Small layup works. $7 small layup. 80 bucks out of $7 is about 11x, right? So it's going to be structured similarly if you want your $7. And 15 out of, what, 67? 15 divided by 67, 22%. Okay? One of my other favorites down here, I mean, again, now we're getting big again if you really want to throw some money at some stuff. But there's your 5 entry max rebound, $10, 5 entries, 750 bucks, a little more than 10%, so it's a little bit top heavy. What's this, 1,000, 1,500 to the top 3 places, so third of the prize pool just about. But 120 out of 588 get paid, 120, 588, 20%. Come over here, 5th/6th place is your 1% lineup, and out of 10 bucks is 8x, so it's right about the 10x mark, so it's not a terrible GPP if you want to take a shot at one for 10 bucks. These little $12 ones right here are so much fun. You only have to beat 50 people. A top 2% lineup wins these. And you get back 10x, 12 bucks. These are a grinder's paradise. The small layups and the small rebound, grinder's paradise. If you love your GPPs, this is where you should be. These are the most sensible, most responsible contests there are. And then if you wanted to take that lineup just in case and toss a buck on it out in something like this, go for it. But that's a little bit of a breakdown. It works for all sports. What I tried to do on the different slates is see what's offered tournament-wise. And I'm looking down here, and I'm not going to see a lot other than tickets, right? I'll see a single entry sometimes, you know, but then I'm going to get down to these 4 entries, and there's your small shot again. The $5, there's your small layup, and your $7 one again. your $12 rebound again. So these are all on these smaller slates. You want to have some fun, get on the smaller slates. Narrow your player pool down to where you don't make the egregious mistakes that these other people are going to make. And get in there and play, give yourself a shot on 3 and 4 game slates. That's where it's a lot of fun. And what, tonight we've got, there's 2 games. I don't do 2 games, a little bit crapshooty, so I won't probably be playing these tonight. I'll probably be out here on the main. But if I go over to NHL and look at those slates really quick, 5-game main, that's all we got for hockey tonight. So tonight will be a light DFS night. Maybe you like playing Showdown in NFL. Maybe you like some of that other stuff. Go for it, man. We'll have the content dropping in DFS Army all the time. If you enjoyed this, give me a like, give me a subscribe. It's a little bit tedious, but it's supposed to teach you the ideas of breaking down contests so that you can go into them and do the math for yourself and learn where you are going to give yourself a better shot. Start thinking in terms of building a top 1% lineup, a top 10% lineup, evaluate your strength of how often you hit those barriers, and then you'll know how much to allocate your lineups towards cash and how often you can expect to hit them. And if you're not hitting the 50-50s, say half the time, you're not going to hit them much more than about 60% of the time. Nobody does. Don't let them lie to you. That's why you need these upside contests. So on those nights that you do really well in the 50-50s, you also get paid on these other contests too. That's the whole concept of the ladder. But you need to be able to evaluate how much you need to be putting in there, how often you need to be gunning for these things, and where do I need the improvement. If you're not hitting them, say 50% of the time, you need to come in and do the coaching. Maybe there's something with the players that you're picking. Maybe there's some numbers or statistics that you're missing that you need a little bit of help finding. When you find those, you'll watch your scores jump a little bit. You'll watch your scores. Sometimes it's just picking the wrong guys out of player pool. I can narrow down to 40 players, and I guarantee you 10 of them are probably going to have bad nights. 30 of them might have decent nights. 5 or 10 of them might have really, really good nights. And depending on how I work my lineups, it's just once you get the player, I will leave you with this analogy. You've heard me say it before. Give me a 50-foot putt with Jordan Spieth, and on any given putt, I can beat him. I can make the putt and he'll miss on any given putt. But over the long run, give us 50 or 100 putts at that 50-footer, he's going to whip my ass. Why? He's going to get close more often. And by the very nature of getting closer more often, he's going to make more. I may have my circle, my bullseye be 8 feet. His will be like 4. And just by the very nature of him being inside 4 feet so often and burning the edges of that cup, he is going to make more putts than me over the long run. But on any given putt, I can win. So on any given tournament, you can win. But get your player pool down to where your player pool is tight. And most times your player pool gets closer to the correct lineups than it doesn't. And you're going to do better. Tighten up your player pool. Get close often. Practice, and you will start winning more. I'm not going to guarantee you're going to win these 30 and 40,000 person GPPs. That's not realistic. But the 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000 man GPPs, you can win those. That's where you should be putting most of your money. Those are your tips. This has been Choppadong's Chop Talk. DFSArmy.com. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell. Help me retweet the stuff out on Twitter. Jump down in there, become a VIP today, and help me produce the December sweeps. We'll get your name entered into the contest. We got 4 days left. And we'll be back tomorrow talking some NFL, some NBA, some NHL type stuff, making a couple of videos for you guys. Hopefully helping you guys become better DFS players. I will see you guys for today. Come back and see me tomorrow. Take care and peace out.